Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to turn in your very first stock market report. So I'm here in our course and I'm in modules, and I'm going to go ahead and back up a little bit and show you that there are two stock market modules. The first one is just labeled stock market game. The second one is marked stock market game assignments. In this one, in the stock market game module, this is where all of the information is housed. So this is where we learned how to read a stock chart. So if you're still not sure how to do that, you can go back and you can read what's the bull versus the bear market, and you can go back and watch that video. There's also additional information just to help you as you are playing the game. If you want to learn more about short selling, buying on the margin, different types of investments that you can do. There's all kinds of information here. So as you get more into the game and you get more comfortable with some things, you might want to come back here and review and see if there's not some additional skills that you can pick up. I'm going to go ahead and collapse this and go to the stock market game assignments module. So in this module, this is where all of your assignments are. Now, they all show up on the Canvas calendar. You can certainly go that way to turn in your assignments, or you can come here to this module. The first page in the module is just the link to log into the stock market game. You all should have your username and password. We have talked about the importance of keeping track of that username and password, so hopefully all of you have that saved somewhere safe. This page right here, I'm going to go ahead and click on it. I've gone over this in class, but I want to go ahead and go over it again just in case anybody was absent. So the first part of this page goes over some of the information that you're going to include on your stock market report every week. But further down, there's this calendar. There's actually 4 calendars, and it goes through the 4 different months that we're going to be doing stock market reports, and it shows you when the windows are open for those reports. For almost every single report, the Dropbox opens Thursday morning and closes Sunday night. So you have anywhere between Thursday morning and Sunday night to complete and turn in your assignment. Whenever I create an assignment in Canvas, to make it show up on the calendar, I have to give it actual due date. And so the due date, sorry about that, the due date is actually set for Friday. So it'll show up on the calendar for every Friday. If you turn in your stock market report on Saturday or on Sunday, it's going to come up and it's going to tell you that it's late. Don't stress about that. Don't worry about it. It's not late. It's perfectly fine. Not a big deal. I just wanted to remind you all that it is going to flag it as late, even though it's really not. Okay, so opens Thursday, closes Sunday. In October, we have fall break. There's no report that's due. I want to scroll down here to November to show you. This week is Thanksgiving, and we're actually out on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Normally, I would tell you that you don't have a report due, but we are getting down. That's technically the 9th week, even though it's only our 8th stock market report. And so we're kind of getting down to crunch time. We're getting down to the point where you've been in there a lot, you've been able to see things. Hopefully you've been able to make some informed decisions about whether or not to keep your stocks or to sell them. And so we really can't skip that week. It's important that you are still active and involved in that. So we do have a report that's due that weekend. That you'll need to work on it while you're at Thanksgiving, on Thanksgiving break. It's like any other homework assignment. If I had assigned it on the 19th when I saw you in class, then when I saw you on the 26th, it would be due. So it's not like it's not asking for anything that any other teacher hasn't asked you for. So you are going to have to do one of those reports while you are on Thanksgiving break. So just keep that in mind. The late SMG window, I want to address that real quick. So I've told you that I am not taking any of your stock market game reports late. If the Dropbox closes Sunday night, do not send me a Canvas message with your report. Okay. However, there is this late SMG window, and here's what this refers to. If you come back here to your module, and in that assignments module, you're going to see the list of all of the weekly reports. So here's 1 through 9. You're going to see some extra stuff on mine that you can't see because I have access to things that you don't. So here's 1 through 9. And then here's a late stock market game report Dropbox. You can use this one time over the next 10 weeks. Only once. Not twice, not 3 times, one time. So make it count, okay? So anyway, that's out there. Also, with the late stock market game reports, if you do not use it, I give extra credit points. So if you turn in all of your stock market game reports on time, so all 9 of them are turned in and turned in on time, you will get a 10% bonus for the stock market reports. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It is to your benefit to not turn those in late. Okay. All right, so how do we turn it in? How do we actually complete it and turn it in? So I'm going to go back to that page where I was with the calendar. And if you scroll down to the very bottom, right here is the link to the document that you need to download. It's an Excel document. Please complete this as either an Excel document or as a Google Sheet. Do not complete this as a Apple, I think it's Apple spreadsheet or Apple numbers or something along those lines. Please do not complete it that way. It's very difficult to grade. Okay, so when you first open up your report, this is what it looks like. First thing I want to point out to you is 1, it's not at the top of the page. You'll actually have to scroll up to the top. And then 2, if you look down here along the bottom, you're going to see week 9, week 8, and then week 7 is the one that's selected. We don't want to complete week 7. This is week 1. So I'm going to use this little arrow and I'm going to scroll over so that I can find week 1, and then I'm going to scroll back up. So what you're going to do is you have this document and you're going to fill in week 1 and you're going to save it. And then next week, you're going to open up this document where week 1's already filled in, and you're going to click on week 2 and you're going to fill in week 2. Now we'll do this one together in class, just so that you kind of so that I know that you have the hang of it, but just so that you know, you're going to continue to open up this same document every single week. Just move over to the next tab and fill it in. All right, so let's talk about how do you fill it in. So here's week 1. I'm going to zoom in my screen some so that you can see it. So here's where I fill in my company name, the symbol, the price that I paid when I bought it, and then if I've sold anything, I'm going to put in my sell date and my sell price. Okay, so let me go back, minimize this down. So here I am in my dashboard. I'm going to refresh this because I've bought some stocks since then. Okay, so here I am in my dashboard, and I'm going to split my screen. So in Apple, you have to have the page minimized, so you have to be able to see all 3 of these. If you don't, if yours looks like this, you need to click on the green button to minimize it. And then you click and hold on the green button, and you'll see how it kind of snaps to half the page. So I'm going to let that go there and have my Excel document on the right-hand side. And you could do it the opposite direction. You could have your Excel document on the left and your dashboard on the right, whatever works for you. So first piece of information that I need is company name. If I hover over the symbol, it will tell me the name of the company. So my company name is Apple Inc. My symbol is AAPL. And then for the purchase price, that's located here in the price paid column. So I paid $220.09 for each share of stock that I bought. Then I'm going to go down to the next line. This is Antero Midstream Partners. So I'm going to type Antero Midstream Partners. The symbol is AM, and I paid $28.61 per share for that. Okay, you're going to continue to fill in. You should have at least 10 stocks filled in here. Okay, your purchase price should be showing up at this point, because all of you were told to have this completed, all of your stocks bought before you came to class. If you're not seeing the price paid, if you're seeing the word delayed there, it's because you haven't bought them yet, and because there is a delay whenever you place an order until the order is filled. And so that's why you're seeing the word delayed there. You didn't get it done in time. It's probably going to be difficult to find the purchase price. If you scroll down, in week 1, there's only one question. All of the other weeks there are 5 questions, but for week 1, there's just one. So the question is, how have you diversified your portfolio, and why is it important to diversify? This is something that we talked about in class, but if for some reason you weren't here or you just don't remember, again, you can come back here to the modules. And if you go back to the stock market module, there's a couple of pages where I talk about diversifying and the importance of diversifying your portfolio. So again, that's right here in the stock market game module. And right here it talks about portfolio diversification, and you could go in there and you could read about it, and then you click here and you would type I diversified. I could type my portfolio by, and then you would continue talking, okay? And you're just going to type there. So that is all that's involved in week 1. Again, I'll have a video up for week 2 and how you will complete the remainder of your reports. And I'll put that on those assignments. But so that's how you complete week 1. So again, make sure that you save this. So when you come in here to Excel, I recommend you go to File and Save As. And that you make sure that you know where you're saving your file. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put mine on my desktop. I'm going to call this Econ Stock Market Reports and go ahead and save it. That way it's there on my desktop. I know where it's at. I know that I have it saved. Next week when it's time to do my report, I'm going to go to my desktop. I'm going to open up this document again, and I'm going to go on to week 2.